think we can start now. Okay, so we were using this delivery. I'll just do a quick recap where we were with this delivery. We created an inbound delivery, assigned it to a transportation unit, then we unloaded. So during unloaded, we observed a task is getting created from the truck, the TU to the staging bin. Now the next task was to create tasks from the staging bin to the deconsolidation area, but bin determination was failing. I did work on it and I found there was one bin which was causing an issue. I removed the stock and recreated that bin. Maybe due to a change in config, it might have impacted that. So now we will be able to create a task. So one thing which we parked in our final inbound or the complex inbound is the task creation. We are creating it manually. So the unloading task was created manually. In our final solution, it will be created automatically using PPF. So during PPF, we'll activate that PPF to create put away task automatically. So now let me try creating the task again. Go to handle units, create save. Okay. So please make a note here. At this point of time, there is just one task, unloading task. And now when I create, okay, this is standard SAP behavior. There is no config or something. You will see there were 3 tasks created. Okay. So at this stage, you'd say, why 3? We are expecting just one task. The handling unit should go to the deconsolidation area. But what standard SAP does is it will create 2 more tasks. Okay. So you can see this is task. Just observe the status. This is the task which is open. This open task is taking stock from staging bin to the deconsolidation bin. But there are 2 other tasks which are waiting. Okay. So what deconsolidation does, creates waiting. Waiting means it will, once I create deconsolidation, these 2 tasks will get opened up. Okay, so this task is taking product to 8001, the next product to 8002. So the process type is 1011. These are the final put away task. So system creates the final put away task after deconsolidation in advance, okay, and put them into waiting status. So the moment I complete deconsolidation, these tasks will get opened up. Till then, they will be waiting. B status stands for waiting. Okay. So
and why it has created? If we think logically, it should be the deconsolidation should be created first, right? Followed by the put away task.
That's created deconsolidation.
Yeah. But if you look at the number, it's 13, 14, and 15. So
don't worry about internal buffer numbers.
Okay.
So I'll move the palette to deconsolidation. We'll repack them, and then we'll observe, these tasks whether they get opened up or not. Confirm task in background.
In this one, what we were trying to do, we were doing the complex inbound. In the complex inbound, we receiving 2 materials under one handling unit number. Now here, what we did, we were trying to deconsolidate and then put them in a different storage location, right? Storage type.
Storage types, correct. Repack them, separate them.
Yeah, separate them. Okay. Yeah.
So this is the deconsolidation work center transaction. Similar to packing, we have a separate work center transaction for deconsolidation. And here we'll enter our work center. Oops, let me see. It is not taking our work center.
Is it DECO?
DK. Okay, so let me check why it is not taking the work center. So work center looks okay.
Did you enter DEK? Is it DEK or DBK? Is it DEK, right? You will put
DK. Okay. There might be another config here. In this config, actually. Okay, fine. We have done this config. Center. There is something in the work center which is missing. Could also be assigned. So let me do a quick comparison. Let me find a warehouse where you can see a deconsolidation work center. So WH23 DEQ. Let me check that configuration here. And if I go to WH34 DEQ and compare it with H23. Okay, you can see this layout is different. There is a layout called DKMX. So what I do
this is the main layout, right? Which control basically the backside setting of
what actions you can perform and what actions you cannot perform. So we are using VPMX, and I think we need to pretty strange why SAP has not given us by default WH23 KMX copy as and I'll H34.
Ron, as we are in this screen, can we quickly look at or we can come later?
See, this is the transaction type. So the normal one is having packing. It is having two. The transaction type should be 2 here. That is the requirement. So let me go to the work center. Okay, so this is done. Come on, let's try now. Okay, so here we can see there is one handling in it, which is a large carton. We have received those parts, and both the parts are there. You can see they also have their final waiting task created. Okay. So now let me say I'll pack them into Euro pallets, separate Euro pallets. I want to put them into cartons. Okay. So I'll unpack them. So first one is done. The second one I'm packing into Euro pallet. The empty pallets, get deleted automatically. And then once you have done the packing, you can see here the step is HU step completed. Okay. So that's not yet done. So now when we say complete the deconsolidation step, this checkbox will be set similar to packing, where the system will be told that now go ahead with the next step.
Sorry, which checkbox? The one which you are saying HU. Okay, HU step complete.
So now I will also complete the HU completed step for the next handling unit. Tell the system that we completed deconsolidation for both. So now let's go back to the monitor. So now there are tasks. What are tasks which are expected? The tasks that are expected, there will be one task created to take the stock from deconsolidation to 8002 and another task to take from deconsolidation to WI1. Okay. So let us see whether it has been completed or not, created or not. So as I said, always keep this monitor screen open. So you can see now, can observe the tasks that are assigned to this delivery. So you can see, so first we created this task, to deconsolidation. We did packing and the deconsolidation. So system created 2 tasks of packing. Yeah. Confirm them. And then now there are 2 tasks which are open. One, to take the stock from deconsolidation area to the intermediate area. And the other one, that is for handling unit ending with 3127, and it's for 3127 is for one of the products which was supposed to go to 8001. Okay, so this one is going to W0I1, and then this one is going to W8002 directly from deconsolidation. Okay, so now both the tasks are created. We will confirm them one by one.
Ron, when you created that task, we have seen there were 3 tasks created, right? 13, 14, and 15. 15 one was the decon one, and then the 13 and 14 was which was moving into 8001 and 0110C. And the another one now, okay. So intermediate one is created now.
Yeah.
After. And from intermediate, when we confirm this, then it will go to that 8001, 0110
C,
because that is blocked. Yeah. Okay.
it is still waiting. Okay.
Waiting. Yeah. This is.
So let me first complete the simple one where it goes directly. Okay. Confirm various tasks. Let me remove labor management from the warehouse. Otherwise, it will keep on haunting us. Labor management. Activate labor management.
This come automatically because we copied from the standard one, right? 79.
No, I think somebody might have done default.
Okay.
It's not activated. Yeah.
Okay.
Labor management is not activated. To give a processor.
What is processor?
So in labor management, it tracks, who.
So this number automatically.
It's a business partner which gets created.
And it's mandatory.
Yes. So labor management will track against this processor, wages and other details for this particular resource. So,
but if we don't activate the labor management, still it is because you have deactivated now, but still it is asking the processor, right?
Yeah, because the task was created before that. You can.
Okay, I got it.
So now the final task to take it from intermediate to the final bin is open. So I'll go and confirm that. So if you see the tasks which were created beforehand, okay, now I think it's picking up because this one got opened up later. So just to, if you want to see whether labor management is active or not, this is a flag. There's a flag here. Here, if that flag is there, then you need to enter processor. Okay. So this way, we could complete the put away and both the handling units, the one which we packed for 8001 and 2, they are now into their destination bins. Okay. So we have confirmed their put away task. So basically, one inbound, was split into several intermediate steps, and we basically can add some more steps depending on the business process and depending on the layout. And this way, you can configure layout oriented and process oriented storage control together. Okay. Any questions on storage control so far?
So in this example, we did the complex one is through the no, both of them. One of them is through the process control, right? And and one of them through the layout control. In this example, or both of
Yes.
them through the process control.
See, it's not okay. One for one of the item,
Product. Yeah.
one of the product, the intermediate step was required. For the other one, it was not required.
Yeah. So where the intermediate step was required, that was the process oriented.
Where intermediate step was required, it was
PS.
layout oriented.
Okay. Okay. Intermediate step, that is LS. Okay.
Because there was a layout constraint because of which we had to take it to W5.
Intermediate. Yeah. Thank you. This intermediate bin, did we created this intermediate bin, or system has already automatically given it?
We created this yesterday.
We created it yesterday. Okay.
How's the movement type when you did bin to bin? What is the?
So you can see
Is there any?
351. This is the LOSC movement type that we set up. 360 is the unloading movement type that we maintain in the LPOSC. 365 was the, I think second step, deconsolidation movement type that we maintain. So it is taking all the movement types from the config.
Okay.
So it is, I've used the standard movement types, process types. But if in case, when you are configuring this in your process, in your company, you can remove the Y and make 3060, 3051, 3065, something like that.
Yeah. So 1011 is for the complex one which we configured, and that is for the final.
That's correct.
Right. And Y 365, these all are Y 355, these all are in between.
Intermediate.
Which intermediate one. And here we are in the cockpit. Now, suppose you have this material with you, and if you want to see how this product is being procured against which inbound delivery, so how do we do quickly? How do we do it quickly? Because I will not know so I have the product number only.
You can go here in delivery items. You can just come here and say enter product, and it will give you all the inbound deliveries for that product.
Okay, product is that T-dash. Okay.
So all these will have that same product.
Yep.
Okay. No further questions. Then I will move to the next unit, which talks about internal warehouse process. I will not start production right away. It will be too heavy, covering back to back these things. But yeah, internal warehouse process is pretty light, so we can cover that. So in internal warehouse process, basically there are three sub processes which we'll understand. First one is bin-to-bin movements or internal warehouse movements, or I would say, let me give it bin posting changes also. Yeah. And then we'll talk about physical inventory and replenishment. These are the processes within internal warehouse process where we don't have any dependency on any other system, other ERP system. They are within the warehouse. Okay. I mean, these are always integrated with the ERP, but here you don't have any to initiate the process, there is no prerequisite on the ERP side. So
sorry to interrupt. This physical inventory / cycle count, we can say?
Cycle counting is type of physical inventory.
Okay.
Within physical cycle counting is physical inventory. So there are different types. Cycle counting is one of them.
What are the different types of physical inventory managing?
We'll come to that now. And that.
Yeah, fine, sir. Fine.
Yeah. So we'll adopt physical inventory, annual physical inventory, low stock check. We will discuss one by one.
Oh, fine, sir. Fine.
Okay. So first, let us do this bin-to-bin movement, posting changes. So you might have observed me. I have been moving stock within the bins. Also, I told you, and I had to take out stock from a bin. So how did I do that? So in WM, we do LT10 or LT01 to move stock from one bin to another. Now within the warehouse for some supervision or any other activity, you have to take a stock and then, you have to move it to another bin, another location. So how do you do that? So basically what we do is we go to a transaction called ADProd and ADHU/SCWM. ADProd. So this is internal movements within the warehouse. Here you can enter product, bin, wherever, whatever is your search criteria. Using this, we'll refer the product details and move the product here. You can, if you just toggle to the HU task, it will directly create a handling unit and move the handling unit. It will directly move the entire handling unit from one location to another. This can be, when you move the handling unit, it will move all the content from your source to your destination. Okay. So for example, let me say this bin. Okay. So in this bin, we just have received this product. Okay. Now for some reason, this bin has a problem and you have to move it to another bin. So you can move it like this, 8003, let's say this bin. Okay. Or you want to move it to a scrapping bin or vendor return bin, whatever bin you want to create, you have to move it. Internal warehouse process type is 9999. Okay. So when you say 9999, you can say, and then you can say create plus say, it will create a system 999 not allowed. Why 999 not allowed? Okay, maybe standard system it is Y999. We can copy that and create 9999.
Hey, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features: bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
So during yard management, we have configured it to confirm the task immediately. So when you do this, it's going to create a task from this bin to this bin. Oops, my bin has changed. It hasn't changed. Oh yeah, it has changed. Yeah, it is 131. We can do create plus save. No such sequence found. Why? No such. Okay. So this is okay. This has
It is 803 is mandatory for the section.
It's looking for a section indicator in the product. Yeah. Let us maintain that.
Or we can move it into different location.
Yeah, that is also a good option. Let's do that. Move it to 8002.
Yeah,
so
because
8002 has destination mandatory. Let me move it to it. Let me move it to packing bin. Yeah. Let me move it. Let's say I want to do some repacking for this pallet, for this product. Let me move it to packing where I don't have a handling unit. Kind of a situation. Oh god, it's mandatory there also. Why we have, made it so strict? Let me make it to 9020. Let me move it to GI zone. Okay, somebody's going to come and pick this part. Let me manually. We would like to change the setup. We don't need actually mandatory in the packing areas and the work centers because we may have loose products there. 9020 handling unit is mandatory. I'll say allowed, but it shouldn't be mandatory in the staging area.
So here with respect to that, I have got the question on when we have the inbound delivery created we have seen that the handling unit also automatically get created, right? Okay, so this will have any impact on that?
This is optional. This is optional. So if you are moving handling unit, the handling unit will come. But if you're not moving handling unit, so now it is created and confirmed. So you will see the task. So if you're not moving the handling unit, then it should allow you to move loose products. See here you can see we have moved the product 10 pieces from here to here. Okay. So this way, we can move products or we can, move handling units from one bin to another.
This transaction is equivalent WM VL move movement type. The VL move transaction.
LT10 bin to bin movement.
LT10. Okay. So VL move also we can do the movement between one bin to another bin, right?
I don't know.
It stops status change.
Bin to bin movement. Okay. Sorry, I'm not aware.
Oh, fine.
Right, it's pretty much a one step moment you did. But would there be any other ways as well to do it? There could be like what you did so you bring it to deconsolidation, some center, and then from there Or is it
Yeah, now
always
you
one to
got
one?
the point. You now got the point. Actually, that VLMO is leading the same transaction. The 301, 304, 305 in WM. The similar kind of things available in plan to plan.
This is bin-to-bin movement within the warehouse. Those process plan to plan are initiated in ERP. So we are focusing on within the warehouse. You have to move stock from one location to another. So that process is different.
So is it always one step when you do bin to bin, or it could be more than one step as well?
See, again, I would not like to, put it as like it's always one step. You can always do it in multiple steps if required. So if they want to route it, let's say move it to packing first, then move it there, move it there. You can do that. That's not
Okay, it is possible.
Yeah, it's possible. So, there is not a standard way, because every warehouse is different. Their layout is different. They do their way. They do their activities in a different way. So here we'll see. We'll move handling unit to another bin. I hope it allows. Yep, and you can see it as tasks and move the handling unit. It can be seen in the handling unit tab. So since you have moved the handling unit, there is no product relevance here. Entire handling unit is moved. Whatever is the content within the handling unit would have moved from this bin to this bin. Okay. So this AD product is very important, especially during testing. We do a lot of movements in outbound here and there. We don't have stock. We move it from one bin to another, and kind of create the required data.
Then, so Rohan, can we move this palette into scanner as well, please? RFUI.
Yeah, we can
have
do that. So if you take this palette, you can go to scanner, queue determination. But I'll tell you how you can. The last step will fail. You can go to enter warehouse movement, ad hoc warehouse task creation. You say create and confirm, or if you just want to create, say create and confirm HU task. So I enter my HU here, enter Y999 here. I'll give my destination bin here. Let's say I'm moving it back to this bin. Say I put it in the same HU. So it has created a task, but since the queue is not maintained, it doesn't confirm. But yeah, if you maintain the queue, it will confirm.
I have doubt. See, for example, we receive the product against inbound delivery in warehouse premises. Once we receive the product and keep the GR staging area. For example, we take the tracking, the HU type as pallet. In that pallet, we have 10 boxes. See, actually, we have in WM existing scenario, we have movement type, right? To that LM19 and LM22, that RF transition is there, right? So such kind of scenario, we make it in EWM, and once we segregate the 2 or 3 boxes from the pallet and keep in GR area and move that particular only that 3 HU from that GR area to main staging area. That's such kind of scenario, we have to maintain within only internal warehouse process, or we need to add some layout or POC process.
See, what you're doing here in GR area itself, you're packing. So you're not changing the location, right? Okay. So you can, if you're doing packing, the same product you're splitting, then you can add a POC step of packing there. So you unload it, put it into staging area, and then you do the packing in the staging area itself.
But we need to add only LOSC, right?
POSC.
POSC.
So like you do packing in outbound, you can do a packing in inbound, and you can do a repacking of stock there. The staging area.
Got it. But here actually that internal movement also required, right?
Well, that will be a put away task.
Or directly will come into put away. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Put away will take care of it.
Yes. Got it.
Okay. So the next transaction is post, which is basically it is basically to change the stock type from unrestricted to quality to block within the warehouse. Okay, so if we have product within the warehouse and for some reason you have to quarantine it or you have to block it, so we use MyGo, right? So here we don't go to MyGo and we don't change the stock type in MyGo. We directly come here in post. Let's say this 10 pieces, I want to block them. So what system will do, what is your stock type for block? You enter that stock type. So block is B6 in 2000 storage type, 2000 storage location. So if I just change B6, system in the background is going to post a posting change document unrestricted to block. Okay. And it will automatically pick the movement type in ECC. So here you can see.
In ECC, the system automatically pick that movement type, right?
That's correct.
We're talking about 321.
It's 321. We'll see. Yeah.
And what is the process type for this one? That will also come, right?
So process type. 1 minute. Let us see the movement first. We'll come back.
Here actually EWM, I think availability group will play the role.
Yeah, based on availability group, I think it's 8th in this system.
They're both availability group and warehouse process type both.
It's 344. The moment I was 344 to move from unrestricted to block.
Oh, block. I thought that is related to policy. Okay, fine.
The system automatically will post the material document. So if you come back here, the posting, it will ask for some process type. But if you're here, there's a process type. But if you can also move it, while you're changing the stock type to 5 for this 5 parts, you can also move it to another storage bin like this. So you can also change the bin if you want while you're changing the process type, changing the stock type like this. So you can enter a process type here and then it will do movement as well as it will block it. So this process type is used this way.
Sir, one more question. Sir, when that movement type integrate in ECC, in our WM we have that reference movement type configuration, that config, that IM and WM movement type configuration. But such a way, the similar configurations, is it in that availability group and that movement type configurations available in our WM?
No.
How it is replicated?
SAP internally takes the movement type. Okay, through SAP program, it picks.
So BAPI is a mistake, right?
Yeah, through internal SAP programs, it find out.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
So such BAPI, when you say BAPI, we'll have to go in. We can reuse it, but we cannot use those codes. It is internal SAP code.
Okay, thanks.
So this was posting change. So you can use it for any type of post, like unrestricted quality, call to block, just test it will determine the right movement type.
Sir, one question here. This is actually this code is 04, right? In WM LE04.
LE04.
U for umbrella.
What is LU04? Sorry, I don't remember. Let me see. LU03, is it posting change notice? Yeah, it's similar to that.
Okay.
So I think let me take physical replenishment first. And then we'll go to physical inventory. So replenishment is again a pin-to-pin movement. So where we are going to do replenishment? See, replenishment we are going to do from 8001 to 8005. If you remember, we discussed during our inbound topics that, you will receive fixed stock in the fixed storage. Okay. So there are 2 ways you can receive it in fixed storage. One, you can receive it directly, or we can receive it into 8001 and then we will replenish it to 8005. Okay. So generally, 8001 does not have enough capacity. 8005 does not have enough capacity. The fixed bin storage is like, fixed bin storage is like a marketplace, like your grocery stores. They have small, bins with all the parts just to give you, representation of all the parts so that you can pick and choose and take them. So you'll not keep big pallets into your, retail outlets, right? So similarly, this is a shopping area for production. They come here and they pick the parts. So whatever bulky parts we get, pallets of hundreds, we store them into 8001 and then we replenish them into 8005. Okay. So replenishments, for example, if we get, let's say this is 8001, this is a rack, and let's say this is 8005. Yeah. This is fixed bin for T100. Let's use this product. So I got this product, 10 pallets. I've kept them here. HU1, HU2, HU. Generally, what we do is HU4, something like that. Yeah. Let's say we have 10 pallets here. HU6, HU7, HU8. So we have 10 pallets here. Okay. So these pallets, they come in big pallets. Yeah. These are big pallets, like 100 pieces and kind of that kind of quantity. So now I cannot place, these in one bin. See, why one bin is why only, we have other products in other bins, right? So we cannot accommodate too many bins. We cannot accommodate too many bins here for T-T100, and we cannot store 10 pallets. So this is we store them into the racking area, and this bin we just store one pallet. Let's say I move pallet HU01 here, okay, 100 pieces, and I'll keep the pallet open, and the production team, they come and pick the parts here. It will become 99, then 98, 97. They'll pick, let's say, one at a time. Now when it comes to 10 piece, it is going down below minimum. So by the time I'll get another pallet here, and I'll add stock, here, and I'll say here generally, I'll not keep handling unit number. Generally, with fixed bin storage, handling unit is not mandatory. It's not required because now here we had two handling units. We are anyways, doesn't matter which handling unit we are picking stock. We don't keep track of handling units because it's going to become empty and get deleted. So here now the stock becomes 110. Again, the production team will keep on picking up. Again, stock goes down below minimum level. I'll get another handling unit. So what happens in replenishment? Stock in the fixed bin, there are 3 levels. Okay. One is my minimum quantity here was 10. So stock went down below 10. I asked for a pallet. Okay. What is the maximum quantity and what is the replenishment quantity? So here my replenishment quantity was 100 because I always want to replenish in multiples of 100. Okay. Now my maximum quantity was 110. Maximum quantity was 110. So I could, at any point of time, I'm saying, if the stock goes to 10, get me one pallet. Okay. Now, for example, there is a product, which is T-T109. Here, in this case, it's a small product. Okay. So here, in this case, he may also have the same minimum quantity, but in this case, the maximum quantity can be 220, 210. That means 2 pallets. So the replenishment quantity is 100, but it will get 2 pallets here. So 100 into 100. Replenishment is 100 means it will look for a pallet of 100. Okay, so the quantity, it will try to, in multiples of replenishment quantity, it will try to add to the fixed bin. So in replenishment, what we say is, system tries to fill, okay, fixed bin is okay, well, let me put it this way. When the stock is reduced below minimum level.
Below minimum level or maximum level? Minimum level, okay.
Minimum level, replenishment task is created in multiples of
maximum
replenishment quantity till it reaches the maximum quantity. Okay. So this way, system is going to create replenishment task for us. Okay. This is the simple rule through which the replenishment runs. Okay. So what are we going to do here now? We are going to maintain this mini-max replenishment quantity for the product, maintain fixed bin for the product, and we'll just run and see replenishment. Stock goes on minimum, it creates a stock of 100 each time. Okay.
So this setup is addition to the MRP2 view setup you would have done. This is purely warehouse specific.
Purely specific to 800.
Warehouse. Okay.
On here, we are bringing the full pallet. So there can be a scenario where we can bring only the part quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So those can be also be adjusted. Yes. So right now my pallet got 100. So and my replenishment quantity is 100.
Yeah, so your pallet can be of 200, but your replenishment quantity is 100. So you may bring 100 at a time, half pallet at a time.
So there will be some process of unpacking and making something that need to be done, or straight away?
You can straight away pick parts from a full pallet. You can remove parts.
Yeah. Parts, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
One question here. See, actually now, the replenishment process, if it is non-HU managed, is it possible? The scenario is there?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. See, if it is a non-HU managed scenario, definitely that MRP will come into the picture. Am I right?
This is within the warehouse, not MRP.
Oh, see, we will take as interface between.
No, why we need an interface here? This is purely internal warehouse process. What it has to do with MRP? Your stock at MRP is 1000. It is not changing in store location level. You are just rearranging within your storage type within the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You are just rearranging your storage type. Only it's bin-to-bin movement. That's it.
I 100% clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, this is a bin-to-bin movement, from 8001 to 8005. That's it. But this is a planned movement. You can see stock going to many max quantities and, stock calculations happening here, and accordingly the bins are getting replenished. So for example, here, let us take this material. Should I take another material? Let me take this. So this material gone into 8002. I'll say remove from 8005. Okay. Strange where my configuration is going. So when it comes in, it will go to 8002, and when the production team is going to pick, they are going to pick from 8005. Okay. So I'm going to maintain a stock removal indicator here 8005 because same product, the production is going to pick from 8005. So this stock removal indicator is important. Process setting, it's issue process, strategies, stock removal indicator, say 8005, copy as H34, control S, define storage types or sequence, I'll say WH34, and the sequence is 805, removal from entry, and then we'll say in bound storage types or sequence for stock removal. So here we have done for finished product. Similarly, I'll just maintain it for the stock has 8005. Okay, and if it is stock removal, it should be from 8005. Okay, so this is so far this we have done it in outbound. Same setup, I'll do it here. Okay, so then the stock is going into 8002. Okay, so now when this product is supposed to be replenished, okay,
the bin also we have to maintain that fixed bin.
We'll come to that. Let us complete step by step. So here there is one more thing. Now when we do a stock removal for replenishment, okay, let's say for the same product with the indicator 2010, if I'm doing replenishment, then it should remove stock from the 8001 and 2.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
So now when I'm going to remove, say, this product, the replenishment, okay, so now this product, when I'm picking from outbound, okay, outbound and replenishment, these are the two process types.
Okay.
So when I'm picking from outbound, it will pick from 8005, picking for production or picking for outbound. But when I'm picking this product for replenishment, I will not pick, I'll pick from 8002.
Okay.
And your process type also change.
It's different here. It's process type is 3010 for replenishment.
Similar config.
Picking from 8002.
Here, this is equivalent to the 320 movement type and 601 movement type, right?
I don't remember, sir. Sorry.
So why we did this one config? Sorry, just so this one such sequence you did it to pick it from 8002.
So now replenishment also there'll be a stock removal, right? We'll remove stock from 8002, correct?
For replenishment.
So replenishment also we need to maintain the strategy, because replenishment also we are going to remove stock from somewhere and we need to tell the system from where. So this product gets replenishment from it is going to pick parts from 8002. So we need to tell the system, right? If the product is having this indicator, pick stock from 8002.
Yeah.
So replenishment task, the system is going to automatically create. There's going to be a batch job which is going to run. Check this stock goes down minimum. It will bring a pallet here from here to here. So the main aim of replenishment is auto task creation. This bin-to-bin task will be automatically created whenever the stock goes down below 10.
So right now for the replenishment, the setup what we need over here is to do the replenishment from 8002 with the indicator 8005 and process type 3010. This is the only setup we need for the replenishment for now.
Correct. And I did this outbound setting also because it was missing for this part.
2010 process type, we did it for the outbound against the sales order, right?
Or the
So let's say this product is also required as a spares, right? We may do an outbound for this product also. So I've just maintained the setting. If in case we do tend to pick this for outbound. Now here we maintain the main data, which is our minimum quantity 10. Oh, minimum replenishment quantity is 100. Okay. I don't know whether I have pallets of 100 or not, but minimum is 10, maximum is 110. Okay. Now let's go and make sure the fixed bin is assigned for this product in 8005 fixed bin. Let us go and assign a fixed bin.
That fixed bin is always in one product, right? One bin, one product, 1:1, 1:1.
1:1. Yeah, we don't mix stock in fixed bin. Okay. 300. Now your fixed bin can change. Your maximum quantity can change, based on the bin. Some bins, they are really small. You don't want to. So either you can maintain the maximum bin quantity at a storage type level, or you can maintain at bin level. I'll say it is same in my case. Now, the program to create a batch job is, there's a program we will to create a replenishment task. We are going to run it in foreground. So this is the transaction, SAP REPL. You will have that in your notes as well. So here in this, we will run the replenishment. Okay. So there are basically three types of replenishment. One is planned. The one which we are talking about is planned. There is another order-based replenishment, create part replenishment. So create part is this we are going to see in production integration. So create part is replenishment not to fixed bin storage, but replenishment to the production area. So you can also have, you can also maintain min max and replenish from here to here. Okay. So that is supply to production, purely supply to production. Create part we'll discuss in production session. Order based replenishment, here the only difference between planned and order is it will look at your open outbound deliveries and that much quantity it will replenish. It may even exceed your maximum quantity. So order based replenishment is only supply the parts to the fixed bin if it's required in outbound. Okay. So during outbound, I'm going to pick if a customer needs for sales or I need for production. I'm always going to pick this part from here. Okay. Now it will check what are the open deliveries, open delivery items, and those that much quantity will tell me to replenish. This is good if at all you have, restriction of space. You don't want to, and you don't want people to do replenishment for an item which is required once a week or once a 15 days. You don't want them to focus on it now. There will be other important parts. Okay. So let's see, whether we have enough stock for this product before, we run replenishment. So let me go to the monitor.
This planned replenishment and order replenishment, this both the order replenishment is new functionality in EWM or is the existing one?
It was there in WM as well. If I vaguely remember, I'm not sure. I see two things here. It should be F2. Why it is F1? 8002. Then we don't have enough quantity also here. Let us do some. Let me get some stock for this part here.
Can you do it 561 to get the stock?
Yeah, we can do that. But at this moment, I have a different problem. I'm just thinking why this is F1. Should be F2. We did place. Let me see. I don't know if somebody has messed with the availability groups. F1, 2, Q3, Q4. Okay. Then why this is F1 still? Okay.
But it is unrestricted, right?
Maybe F2, isn't it? 2000 still location. 2000. Using could be the mandatory is not set here. So it says mandatory. And now let us get some stock. Yeah. Let us.
Please go to the screen. Actually, I missed out the mandatory checkbox. Where it is?
Next to availability group. We'll go back there. Some point. Just came out of here. It is 200. Let me add 200 here. Let me get some stock. Yeah, PL34 2000. Let me see.
Sorry, I just missed that out. Did you do it by via delivery or it automatically has created a delivery?
It was automatically
created a delivery.
We packaged into two handling units 200 and then pack remaining 100 into another one. Save it. Okay. Good receipt. The put away goes into
90.
Okay. Strategy. If you look at the strategy here, create asking for an unloading thing. Why it is going the same way? Because the unloading has not been done. No, I don't want to do unloading for this one. Let me change the movement type here to 1010. I don't want to do complex unloading at this stage. Steps are 2 more. Okay, I'm removing the complex. I'll go with a simple approach. 2083. Okay, it should be 1011. That's fine. Now let me pack it, save it, do the receipt, and then we'll see if it goes out. Put receipt and create. Okay, it's going at 002 now. Shall say create plus confirm both the task. Now both the HUs would have gone into the destination. So now let us look at the stock into the monitor. Okay, now it's F2 because of that mandatory thing, 100 pieces. And now we'll run replenishment, but yeah, I'll just quickly will show the mandatory checkbox to show for any storage time. This one, yeah, this is mandatory. This should have been set. Okay, then yeah. So now we run this. Okay, the ST300. Let us see if it is no replenishment to execute. Minimum quantity is 10. Why it is not executing replenishment? So there's no quantity. Documents, warehouse task. Let me see, there are no open tasks for this product. Okay, perfect. So if it is still not running, let's have a quick glance at this config. Oh yeah, config might be missing. So for this internal warehouse process, we replenishment control, activate replenishment. We did copy. It might have configured or not. By copying, no, it hasn't configured. So here, we have this config. Okay, the process type is Y310. I want it 3010. Okay, we'll have to change our strategy also. Here we'll have to say, with the storage type is 8005, allow plant strategy, and Y310 should be the process type. So I'm going to quickly change my strategy goods issue process, and instead of 3010, it is Y310.
This previous step you did right. See, because in master data there is no fixed pin concept. That is the reason you are configured here.
Master data there is
fixed pin indicator. But WM.
It's not at master data level, it's at storage type level. Fixed pin 8005 does have fixed pin in checkbox set against it. So the process type assignment was not there in the config. Generally when we copy, it comes up. Here you can see fixed pin is there. Let me try now if it helps. Yeah. So now system is replenishing 100 because the stock in the bin is less than 10. So now a task has been created. If we go to the monitor, we refresh. We see the task. Now, since there is already task in progress, if you retry to run this, it will say no replenishment to execute. Okay. If I try to say confirm warehouse task in background, let me complete stock in that bin. Yeah, this is a replenishment task. Now, also, if you try to run, it will say not there. Okay. Now, what we'll do is just to test whether if the stock goes down below minimum, whether it creates a task or not. So if you see here, the product is T-100. Okay. I'm going into AD prod and I'll try to remove some stock out of it. So now here you can see it as 100. See now production will pick, outbound will pick. Now let me, our minimum quantity is 10. Let me pick 91 out of it. So it becomes 9. Okay. Let's say I pick, you can pick through several ways, and I'm just ad hoc removing because the production setup is not yet done. And let me move it to, for example, GI zone only. Yeah. Now it should create or it shouldn't create a task. Now the stock in the bin is 9. Will it create a replenishment task?
Yeah, when you will run the program, it will create. It should create.
Quantity
will be 100. Replenishment
100, yeah, and creates a task. Now it will get the next pallet of next 100. Okay? Stock will become 109.
From your experience, what was the frequency? It's a nightly job or it's a hourly job? The business, how they do it, or depend on the frequency?
For a company which is high volume, they use this high volume production and they pick the parts a lot. So this is, we are picking from 8005 for production, or for outbound, if the volume is more, it can be as close as 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, I've run this job.
Okay.
But yeah, generally, hourly is a good thing to do. Most of the company go for hourly.
And just Rohan, if the stock is directly coming into my fixed bin for issue to the production or to wherever, would there be any link back to the MRP or the purchasing so that if it goes down, or it will be a standard?
See, in our case, 8002 and 5, they both belong to store location 2000. So there's no update to ERP. But for example, if you are receiving 8002, if you do a replenishment and you have to update MRP, so you do a different store locations for fixed bin, separate for reserve.
Okay.
As soon as you complete your bin-to-bin movement, the store location will change in ECC and it will show as available.
Okay, that's it.
So MRP will continue to remain at
as it. Okay.
And Yogan, one more question here. This MRP till ERP system only, right? Not
yes, nothing to do with it. Just MRP will continue to be at your store location level. Whatever the stock is in MMBE, continue to be at that level.
Okay, not in WM level. Got it. And see, Yogan, when we talk about MTO process, MTO MRP based MRP, that for example, we have production supply area warehouses, maintained warehouses. See, against the sales order through MD50, we run the MRP and convert the production order and planned order to production order in GR. This all happen within ERP only, right?
Yes, all happens, and it gives order to EWM, and EWM will do the further picking or put away whatever is the subsequent steps.
Okay. But whenever the stock plays into the production, GR supply area, GR production area, then only the warehouse work process will start, right?
Whenever the GR is posted, we'll get stock and our process will start.
Right.
Okay, all right, we've reached our end time.
One more process was like getting it into the fixed bin. The fixed bin setup, what we did, right? We did it for the replenishment. And I think in one of the sessions, we have mentioned that we can have a same setup to get the stock from the external supplier into the fixed bin, right? Straight to 8001, right? So when we do the GR, it will come to the staging area. And from staging area, it should straight away come to 8001. That is something, same setup we have to do for the fixed bin. So my requirement is that when I get a product, okay, I don't want it to be anywhere in intermediate place. I want it straight away to the 8001 storage type in one bin.
8001.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Do that setting for your warehouse. We have covered all the required settings required. Try that.
Is it possible to main storage without staging?
No.
For replenishment.
You need to do good receipt for that. Staging is required.
Yeah, anyhow, it will go into 9010 and then straight away it will go to. So what I'm trying to figure out, WM, we got a fixed bin concept, right? Where we maintain the bin in the material master.
This is your fixed bin 8005, and we did discuss the fixed bin strategy also. So you have fixed bin. Now if your put away control indicator is 8005, from here directly it will come here.
Okay.
What we see now in our case, our put away is 8002. In this example, we are routing from here to here, and then we are doing replenishment to here. If you want, you can change the put away control indicator directly to 8005. It will directly come here. You try that. It's nothing additional you have to do.
Here, actually, only the GR zone is mandatory. GR zone is mandatory, right?
When his question is different. His question is destination. He's okay with GR zone.
Yeah.
His question is he doesn't want to do this replacement. He wants to take it to fixed bin. That we have already discussed in our strategies. Fixed bin, how the fixed bin strategies are done.
So for this, the transaction what we got bin mat that need to be maintained, right?
That's correct. If fixed bin assignment is done, bin mat.
And then just to, if I understand correctly what you were saying, so we have assigned because there for the material you have basically put away and you have a removal. So fixed bin is assigned with your removal here in this case scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
With you where you finish it, and then put away is you're putting in a separate storage.
Where you want to put away simply do that indicator.
Put away. Okay, don't put away.
You're sending it to 8002.
So there are two different. Yeah. If I would have fixed in 2002, then for the put away that would have become a fixed, correct bin. Okay.